I think we all have a picture this week, which is an improvement. Okay, we look good on YouTube. We look okay on Instagram. Okay, and all right, and we're good on Facebook. Okay, excellent. So I'm gonna go back to my spot where I'm used to seeing everything. Okay, excellent. Okay, whoops, didn't mean to. Oh, my ears are backwards. Oh my, we must fix that. Backward ears are not good. Still, here we go. Okay, there we go. All right. I know there is some weather out there. I feel like I'm still not quite straight, but we're gonna go with it. Um, I know there's some weather out there for those of you in Louisiana and that part of the country that are getting inundated with rain from Francine. I'm sorry. I hope everybody stays safe. I hope there's not huge amounts of damage and that kind of um, nasty stuff. So if you're involved in that, I hope you're able to stay safe. And I hope that you are able to bounce back relatively quickly. I know parts of that area had other storms that they're still bouncing back from. So hopefully, if you're down there, you didn't get, you're not piling damage on top of damage. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for everybody that it goes smoother than anybody expected. Okay, so we made it to another Friday. Yay for us. My streaming software finally seems to be finding its groove and being comfortable. Yay for streaming. Okay. I feel like we should do yay one more time. Just, cause three. Why not? Okay. Um, so let's talk fall for a minute. It's creeping in. I don't know if you're feeling those cooler nights, those cooler mornings. Um, it's getting dark just a hair earlier than it did before. So let's talk fall flavors for a minute. I know pumpkin spice is everything you hear, everything you see. But I want to know about the fall flavors you like that aren't pumpkin spice. I had a friend stop by today. She's been a friend for, oh my gosh, since the 90s. So it's been a while. She's also a travel client. She's traveled with me before. She's traveling again at the end of October. But she popped by this morning. As you probably know, if you've been watching for a while, my mom had a knee replacement earlier this year, and she's been doing really well. And my friend has also had one, so I kind of had her come over and suss some things out for us. There's some things we were struggling with, and I kind of wanted input from somebody that understood my mom's perspective better. So she was kind enough to take time out of her day and come over and help us out with that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But she brought me Minnie Mouse Apple My Eye coffee from Jaffrey's. It was really good. I had some about an hour ago. It's definitely got some apple flavor to it. It's got a lot of cinnamon. I think it would be a great dessert coffee. I had it by itself, but I think it would be a great dessert coffee, especially with some chocolate cake. Um, I'm thinking chocolate cheesecake, maybe regular cheesecake, but I'm sure it would pair very well with any dessert you wanted to put it with. Um, Goes without saying that it would probably be great at your holiday table, especially if you're having apple pie, pumpkin pie. We can debate pies as we get closer to Thanksgiving. But I want to know if there's another holiday flavor that you enjoy that gets overlooked in all the pumpkin pizzazz of the season. I don't think there's anything wrong with pumpkin spice. It's not, I've never been a huge pumpkin fan. Um, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it either. It's just not my thing. I'm much happier with my apple cinnamon coffee that I got today. But that said, I think there's room in the dessert world and the flavor world for everybody to have a say. So if you have a flavor you like that gets overlooked, please let me know what it is because I'm curious. I can't be the only one that pumpkin spice is not at the top of the list. However, I am a huge peppermint girl, so my season is coming and I just wait for it patiently. Um, there was that thing you used to see on Facebook sometimes where the guy's in the snowy background with the winter coat and he says the peppermint winds are coming. I know the peppermint ones are coming, so I'm just waiting. Okay, so let's talk um, food for the Hispanic Heritage Festival at Disney, and that's not what they call it, and I'm blanking on the name. And I really should have written it down, but I didn't. This stuff looks yummy. And I really need to, I'm gonna look that up really quickly because I want to make sure I credit it correctly. There's nothing worse than getting a name wrong. So bear with me 1 second while I be rude and get my phone out and look this up. Because yeah, not because I want to be rude, but because I want to be correct, and it's important to be correct. Disney festivals, Disney fall festivals. Some of this food looks fantastic, so I'm excited. I'm sorry I'm not going to be there for it. I have to go at Christmas. I'm hoping to get there next year. Um, Fall checklist, Epcot festival guide. It's not Epcot though. It's not food and wine. Okay, let me see. This is old. All right, I'm gonna go to the site where I found it this morning because that's gonna be quicker. Let me just magically go there. Okay, one moment. Um, and I want to ask you guys if any of you use the Disney Alexa apps. There's the one where it'll tell you a story. There's all kinds of cool stuff. Here we go. Disney Travel News. Okay, Foodie Guide, Hispanic and Latin American Heritage Month. Okay, that was important to get right, and I really should have done that when I made my cheat sheet this morning, but I didn't because I hadn't had my coffee yet. Okay, so this food looks awesome, but before I dive into the food, because I don't want to forget, Tron is now has a standby queue. So letting you know that opens this week. Okay, now let's get to the important thing, the food for the festival. Um, I have become a Disney foodie as I've gone more and more often. I was always kind of a Disney foodie, but there was also so much to see and do, and I found as I go more often, I can concentrate on the new stuff and the really cool stuff. And as my son's gotten older, the food part is becoming fun. So we'll see what we get into when we go in December. Okay. Um, Skipper Cantina has a grilled fall signature grilled steak. It's hanger steak, roasted peppers, potatoes, and an Amarillo mayonnaise. I'm assuming that's got some kind of spices in it. Sounds really good. Made me kind of hungry this morning, honestly. Um, Sunshine Season has tacos with beef, Monterey Jack, onion, cilantro, and lime. The ABC Commissary has a watermelon margarita. They also have shrimp tacos, sauteed shrimp, flour tortillas, cabbage slaw, chipotle mayo, mango salsa, Mexican rice. Uh, yeah, Mexican rice and black beans topped with pork and queso fresco. The Hollywood Brown Derby has a chorizo spiced mushroom croquet, pickled onions, mixed herbs, chili threads, and garlic cream. And that is all plant based. For the young and the young at heart, there's the Encanto cupcake, guava and dulce de leche cupcake. There is a Cuban burger, seared Angus burger with all the traditional flavors of a Cuban sandwich, including mojo pork, Swiss cheese, pickles. Um, Actually, I remember back when they had bongos in downtown Disney, because it was downtown Disney then. We got Cuban sandwiches the day we flew in 2000. They were really good. So I bet that burger is good too. Amaretti's Pastry has a guava and cheese pastry, layers of crispy puff pastry, guava mousse, cream cheese mousse, and passion fruit gel. and you can get that through mobile ordering. So you can just order that and wander over and pick it up. The cilantro food truck. This one starts, okay, the pastry at Amaretti's and the cilantro food truck start next week. They start on the 15th. Mexican street corn. El Norte on the cob. Lime, mayo, cojito cheese, chili lime seasoning, and cilantro. That sounds really good. Um, I want to try street corn. I'm hoping they have some kind of holiday street corn when I'm there in December because I'd really like to have some. Not to leave Disneyland out because Disneyland has their own. Bear with me, my monitor just went to sleep. I have to remember to turn that off. Okay, there we go. All right, I don't think it actually cut anything off. I think it just put itself to sleep. Okay, hopefully it was just the monitor. As we were, uh, Disneyland at the Lamplight Lounge and the Hollywood Lounge, they have chili reno burrito, rice, beans, pico de gallo, chili relleno, salsa roja, crema, and it's all wrapped in a flour tortilla and served with chips and salsa. That sounds pretty good too. I think I really need to find a way to get to this festival. I don't think I'm going to get there, but I think maybe I can try to get there next year. It's not too soon to start thinking about next year. I have somebody waiting for Christmas 2025 dates to open so that they can book their trip. Um, they also have at Disneyland a skull sipper from Coco. It looks really, I don't know that a skull can really look cute, but if anybody could make a skull cute, it would be Disney, and they did a pretty good job. Um, okay, so let's leave the wonderful world of Disney for a moment and wander over to Universal, which is another awesome park. They have a deal. If you do a 4 night stay with 4 days of park tickets, they are doing a dining card promotion where you get up to $1,000 on your dining card. Now, of course, it depends on where you stay, how long you stay, all those things. But even if you don't get the $1,000 one, even if it's $100 or $200, it's still money in your budget you can put towards other things. You can buy more souvenirs. You can get Express Pass, although that is included with some of the upper level stays anyway. So maybe you take that savings and you upgrade your hotel. But it's out there. So if you've been wanting to do Universal, it's been on your bucket list, this might be the time to do it. And the card works in either park, it works at the hotels, and it works in City Walk. So you can use it throughout the resort. So that's just kind of a cool feature. Sometimes they're limited. This one appears to not be. So extra perk. Okay, let's talk about some holiday cruises. Viking River Cruises. Christmas markets of Europe, anyone? Viking has a deal currently where you get discounted cruise fare, discounted airfare. In some cases, it's free. It depends on the cruise and the details. And you can book the whole thing with a $25 deposit. So it's a really easy way to get started. If you want to put a trip under the tree, this might be a good way to do it because it's only a $25 deposit. Um, Virgin Voyages has New Year's cruises, and they have special things built into them because they are New Year's, and they're not saying a whole lot about what they are, but I'm sure we can all guess. I'm sure there's going to be champagne at midnight. Um, I'm sure there's going to be some really cool New Year's Eve events on board. I'm sure there's going to be a special menu or special menu items for New Year for these cruises. So if that's something you want to do for New Year's, let me know. I'd be happy to help you book that. Um, Virgin, of course, are adult only, and they include a lot of your standard beverages and things in your package. They include a lot. You get a lot of value when you cruise with them. Their food is fabulous. Their Broadway quality shows. They have unique shore excursions for when you're in ports of call. There's a spa, there's a hair salon, there's, recording studios, and don't forget there's awesome hammocks. You got to get a room with a balcony so you can have one of those hammocks and take a nap in it. And then you can take a second one for me and tell people I made you do it. I'm okay with that. Um, okay, So not a whole lot in the world of travel this week, but definitely some cool stuff. The holidays are coming. If you're looking at booking 6 months out, that puts you at spring break. I know, they just went back to school. Hush, hush. I'm not trying to make the school year run. I don't know, or maybe I am, I don't know. But truthfully, if you're booking, 6 months from now is March, which is spring break season. If you have special occasions, you want to do a bachelorette, you want to do an engagement trip, you have a graduate coming up in May or June, depending on when graduation actually is. It's not too soon to start looking at those things. If you're looking at traveling with a bigger group, you want to do a family, a big family trip with you and your brothers and your sisters and their families. You want to start looking at that stuff a little further out because you probably want like a multi-room suite or, connecting staterooms on your ship or whatever. And there's a limited amount of that. So you want to try to get on that in early so you get those things you really want. So if you have questions, if you have comments, if you want to book a trip, message me. I'm always available. Um, I'm also going to have a post up, a reel in the next week or two about signing up for my newsletter. So if that's something you want to do, that link is coming. And oh, you know what? Actually, I have clients traveling next. Yeah, they start their trip next week. And actually, I just checked in with her yesterday to make sure she got all the dining she wanted, and she said they had a change of heart, and originally they were gonna do a lot of character dining, but she said they limited that to one, and they put some other places in place of that. I sent them their ponchos. I always send ponchos to my Disney World clients so that you're ready for those Florida pop-up storms. Um, First time I ever went to Florida, I did not know about pop-up storms. I was wearing white, and the skies opened up in Magic Kingdom. So I had to get the standard Disney issue poncho, which was great. It's a very nice quality poncho. They look like they're still very nice. The problem was I looked like everybody else in the park. So if you want to save yourself a little money and be ready and not blend in with the crowd, I recommend you get a poncho, keep it in your park bag. Walmart has them, Target has them. Look in the camping and outdoor section. You can also get them at like your drugstores or your grocery stores. Usually that little kiosk they have near the entrance with umbrellas and stuff also has some ponchos in it. Or you can do what I did and order them from Amazon. Or you can book a trip with me and I'll send them to you. Any of those are great options. So everybody have a good week ahead. Stay safe, stay well. Let me know if you want to travel, and I will see you next Friday. Bye.